we are going to talk about different types of SAS tokens. Um, if you're watching this video, I'm assuming that you know what a SAS token is and what it's used for. And if you're looking for that information, there are a lot of other videos. So yeah, let's see what are those different types. So the first type of SAS token that you can generate is user delegate SAS. This token only works on blob containers, and you basically need access to Microsoft Entra credentials to generate this token. This is the most recommended ways to generate SAS tokens on on client applications, and this basically avoids the overhead of storage account key management. Um, the second type of SAS token that you can generate is service SAS. Service SAS actually supports blob, queue, table files, all the types of storage account containers. But one token only supports like one container type. So when you're actually creating this token, you specify the type of the container, and also the container name, and the token is going to work only on that specific container. The third type is account SAS, and account SAS is more on storage account level. You can basically access all types of all the containers on your storage account, and you can also like carry out additional service level operations. So this is this gives you a lot more access, so you have to be like little careful when you're generating a account level SAS. So as I said, for user delegate SAS, you need access to Microsoft Entra credentials. In case of service SAS and account SAS, you are actually going to sign, or you're actually going to create the signature using storage account key. What this means is you're actually going to share the storage account key with your client applications, which are going to generate the tokens, and the client applications are going to use the storage account key and sign or generate the signature, which becomes your um, URI. Signature is the most important part of the token URL. So you are going to be using the storage account key directly here. There are secure ways to actually share the key. You can use Azure Key Vault, um, but this is less, of course, less secure than not sharing the key at all. There are couple of different ways to generate the token. You can actually generate a ad hoc SAS, and what you would do is you'll just use whatever type you're creating. Use that procedure, and you specify the start time, expiry time, permissions, the other parameters, and you basically have the token, and you use the token to access your container, your Azure blob storage account, any other like content you have on on your storage account. The other type, or the other way to generate the SAS token is a service SAS with stored access policy. So this way is like generating a token using a stored access policy is only applicable for service SAS. You cannot use this for user delegate SAS or account SAS. What it does is it gives you additional layer of like restriction. You can actually create a stored access policy where you specify the container you're like applying this policy on, and you can specify like all the parameters like start time, expiry time, you know, the permissions. And when you create a token using this approach, you specify the stored access policy ID, and your token basically inherits the parameters from this policy, and you cannot actually override, if you're like giving only read access in your stored access policy, you cannot specify the right access on your SAS token. So this gives you more granular control in terms of generating these tokens. And once you have like the token created for like a specific container, for example, blob container, you can securely access the files in the storage container.